What do you think about me being the Chuck Norris of the new millennium?
I think you look more like the Bruce Lee type.
Thank you.
You're more cool.
At last, someone said it. I can't say that.
On paper, this movie shouldn't be relaxing.
I don't think you need all this talking. Sometimes it's easier to get the point across if you're not saying something. You know, the audience is smart. They can see how somebody feels.
It's a neon-soaked crime story with skull-rattling violence. A silent lead who breaks bones with the same face he uses to make small talk.
What do you do?
I drive.
And a city that feels like it's always 3 bad decisions away from catching fire. And yet, every time I watch it, I end up calmer.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
I don't think that's an accident. I think the film is built around a feeling most people don't admit they crave. The fantasy of total control in a world that never shuts up.
Shut your mouth, or I'll kick your teeth down your throat and I'll shut it for you.
The first scene tells you everything.
You give me a time and a place. I give you a 5-minute window.
He sets the rules with a stopwatch. He's not your friend, but rather a service.
Anything happens in that 5 minutes and I'm yours.
Doing exactly what he's good at. And if you can't fit inside his structure, he doesn't bend to your needs, he just leaves.
Anything happens a minute either side of that, and you're on your own.
That kind of boundary is weirdly soothing. And when chases finally happen, it's more about rhythm than speed. He slips through side streets, ducks the helicopter. For a car movie, it actually takes the time to breathe. A lot of calm in cinema is fake, just slow pacing that turns into stiffness. This isn't that. It's calm because the character is calm. He creates a pocket of order wherever he goes. He doesn't talk unless it matters.
I'll see you in 5 minutes.
He doesn't move unless the move is clean.
Nice to meet you. My hands are a little dirty.
He's a craftsman, and craft is peaceful to watch. Our brains like competence. The film gives you long, uninterrupted looks at him being excellent at one thing. No shaky camera pretending to be energy, just precise choices lined up in a row. Now, that's the surface level calm, but the deeper layer is how the movie treats silence as a real emotional space, not just a stylistic trick.
Wrong foot.
When he's with his neighbor and her kid, conversations are short and generous. They don't need exposition dumps to manufacture connection.
One of those men gave you that?
He told me not to lose it.
Want me to keep that for you?
It's in the shared grocery run, the soft eye contact at the kitchen table, the car gliding down the river road while a song fills in what neither of them wants to confess. The absence of chatter is not emptiness, it's focus.
Seems that way.
You can feel your shoulders lower because the film isn't competing for your attention. And yet, the same film that settles your nervous system also makes you feel like you know this guy. Not because you also drive getaway cars at night, but because his core problem is regular.
You two know each other.
So,
In his work, he's got one part of his life dialed in, but the other part he won't let himself admit, and that is connection.
Looks like we have a bigger problem than I thought.
He's perfected a role that keeps him safe. The jacket is armor, the gloves are a ritual. He's built a system to be useful without being known, needed without being vulnerable.
can I just walk with you for...
Most people won't take it that far, but you can see the blueprint. Show up, handle your task perfectly, keep your urges quiet, avoid the mess of being seen.
You should have taken the money and left the guy alone.
It's relatable because it's a strategy a lot of us recognize in different clothes. The movie understands that strategy isn't neutral, it's a choice made out of fear and longing at the same time.
I just thought you could get out of here if you wanted.
Around him, everybody talks. Plans are sold with fake confidence.
Have a good night.
He's the opposite. He doesn't sell anything. When he meets the woman upstairs, his whole rhythm changes, but not all at once. He folds her into the routine, errands, drives, and small favors.
So I offered your services to take Benicio and Irene home.
It's gentle, practical, and almost innocent.
Like a limo drive?
Like for movies?
Those scenes work because they're modest. He doesn't transform into a different person, but rather adds someone to his route and learns there's a version of calm that doesn't always come from isolation. It comes from doing life next to another human and not messing it up. That's where the tension lives.
I don't have any partners.
The second he tries to protect a world that includes other people, the violence shows up.
I still got the money. You could have it if you wanted to.
Sorry, yeah.
And the film doesn't flinch. The elevator scene might be the most honest thing it does. He lets himself want something for a few seconds. He steps forward, kisses her like he's finally decided to stop hiding, and then reality hits the elevator with them. The threat is immediate, and his solution is decisive and horrifying. Then it's quiet again, but not peaceful. There's no victory in that silence, just the cost of crossing the line. This is why the character is so easy to project onto. He's specific in a way that leaves room for you.
So you just moved to LA?
No, I've been here for a while.
He's a man whose strengths are obvious and whose weak spot is never articulated out loud. He wants to be useful and good at something. He wants to protect without admitting he needs anybody.
See bad guy?
Yeah.
How can you tell?
That combination creates a pressure cooker. If you've ever bottled things up to keep from making a scene, then exploded when the stakes finally felt worth it, you recognize the logic.
Put him to the test, see what he can do.
You wouldn't do what he does, but you know why it feels inevitable. The movie helps you feel that inevitability by organizing the world into clean visual rules. His work has more cool, metallic colors, while the scenes with his love interest are warmer, softer, and lighter.
What floor?
Thanks.
There's also the mechanical ASMR of it all. The click of a watch starting, the soft leather creak when he pulls a glove on, the way his car idles smooth at a red light. It's mundane detail done with respect. The film knows the sound of preparation is half the thrill. It's nervous system management. He's soothing himself through process. He can't help his nature. He's capable of extraordinary care and extraordinary harm, and the line between them is thinner than he wants to admit. No raised voice required. The same clarity that makes him calming makes him terrifying when the purpose changes. The film never pretends these are different skill sets. It just shows how intent reassigns the same traits.
For the rest of your life, you're going to be looking over your shoulder.
The supporting characters are written like tests of that intent. The neighbor is a test. Can he stay within kindness without claiming ownership? The friend who sees a business angle is also a test.
But I want to meet the kid first.
That's all I ask.
Can he have ambition without inviting the wrong kind of attention?
Ain't no false modesty. I got a lot of money in this.
The men with money are tests of whether he can remain a tool without becoming disposable.
Why this driver's gotta go, Bernie?
They talk like they care about loyalty, but they only respect leverage. He doesn't negotiate well because negotiation requires language games and long tables. He negotiates with what he can control: time, distance, force. The tragedy is that his most honest language is violence. But what keeps it empathetic is how the movie refuses to turn him into a tutorial for masculinity or a TED talk about trauma. It's simpler and more generous than that. It suggests that some people make themselves small not because they have nothing to say, but because they fear what happens when they say it. Quiet is less about mystery and more about responsibility. If I speak, I have to commit. If I move, I owe you an outcome. He carries that weight. He doesn't escalate carelessly. There's dignity in that restraint, and it's why the moments where he chooses tenderness land harder than the moments where he chooses brutality.
I gotta go. Thanks for the water.
The kiss in the elevator means more because he almost never asks for anything. Most crime films sprint from location to location like a checklist. This one lets the choices feel like choices. That autonomy is a big piece of the relatable draw. When life feels like you're getting dragged by emails and other people's timelines, it's nourishing to sit with a character who moves on his own terms, for better or for worse.
Remember, if you don't feel good, just abort the shot. There's no shame in that, all right?
There's this idea, rarely said out loud, that being good at one thing might be enough. Not fame, not leadership, just excellence in a narrow lane. The film respects that dream without lying about its limits. He's elite at driving and planning and staying cool. That's a superpower until human life enters the frame. Then it's just a skill set you hope is useful.
You okay? You want something to drink?
The answer isn't to shut the door forever. It's to accept that calm isn't the absence of risk. It's how you carry it. The steady tone earns your trust, then uses it to make harsh moments feel like alarms. That's why the ending lands. He does what he believes is required, pays for it with his body, and then leaves. And you understand that calm and alone might be the same thing for him, at least for now. But is he a hero? The film never answers, and that's the point.
You just saying it?
No?
Some people see a savior, some see a monster. Most see a guy who tries to be kind in his limited way and fails loudly when pushed. That spectrum is familiar. We all curate our image with rituals and boundaries. We all hope our competence buys us grace. We all pretend our temper is under control until something makes us admit it isn't. We recognize this character in the quiet parts of our day. Make a plan, keep your word, protect the few people who feel like home.
Sorry if I put you on the spot showing up like that.